What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Facebook, welcome to Real Talk Live with Barry and Arnette. That's right. One of Hampton Road's leading talk show. We are so grateful that you all choose to join in with us every Monday night. That's right, at 7:30 p.m. with Real Talk Live with Barry and Arnette. What's going on, love?
Hey, Barry. How y'all doing out there? Thank y'all for joining us. And we're just glad to be with you live. And it just feels so good to be able to come to you right now. So listen, I'm so excited.
Yes, you look rested and well.
Thank you.
And what have you. I don't know if y'all saw our show last week. She was super cute. I think there was a lot of men at that event that we was
I know how to dress
so
up,
all them men. And
Fix
last
up
night,
your-
she and I was on the phone kind of late, and she told me she ain't gonna hide, but she ain't gonna look for no man, but she ain't gonna hide from now neither.
I ain't high because I ain't scared.
I guess she trying to make that scripture real when the Bible says a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. All right.
And listen, he can't find you inside your house.
All right. But my question is, are you a good thing?
Always been a good thing, even when I was a bad thing, Barry.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead on and get into this Monday motivation.
Yes. You know, one thing we have to remember, and I always say this, that we are walking examples. We are samples of what we teach, samples of what we preach, and that's why we have to be careful what we do, because sometimes people learn by watching us. And if it's something that you don't want them to learn about you, don't do it where it can be seen. There's no reason to say, you did this, that, and the other when you made it clear to everybody that you are this type of person. When a person show you who they are, believe them, accept it, and move on. But we can't do things in public and expect people to keep it secret, because public is the opposite of secret.
All right.
Hello?
And the opposite of private.
Opposite of private.
Hey.
Synonyms.
Well, we just getting a little nice education
Yeah.
going on today and what have you. Well, we're not joined by Sister So-and-so today, but we still going to honor her peace and allow Arnette to love to give us a little bit of weather. You got some weather for us this upcoming week, Arnette?
I do, and please don't compare me to Sister So-and-so, because I'm nothing like her. I can't do it like she does it. She does it well, but I am praying for her expedited healing process, because it's already done. So tonight we know that it's going to be mostly clear, 25 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 32 degrees. Wednesday, sunny, 48 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy, 49 degrees. Friday, mostly sunny, 45 degrees. Saturday, isolated showers, and she would say, wear your galoshes, and that'll be 49 degrees. And then Sunday, again, scattered showers, 46 degrees. Y'all, that's why we need Sister So-and-so, because I'm not as good as her, but you got the message.
All right, y'all got the message, and y'all know what it's going to be looking like. They talking about some snow coming up this weekend. Yeah, so we shall see. We shall see.
It's about that time.
Yeah, it's definitely about that time. And now it is time for some breaking news.
Okay. We're going to start with local first. There was a 78-year-old woman who reported missing in Portsmouth, okay? And her name is Mrs. Ruby Skeeter, and they believe that she was in the area of London Boulevard and Constitution Avenue. And I just want to say that Mrs. Skeeter has been found safely.
Yeah.
And it's important that we give out good news. We got good news in our city, y'all. So it's important that we share that. So, Miss Skeeter, welcome home, lovely.
Yes. And parents, make sure y'all, watch your children as well as your older parents, the elderly. We got to make sure we always look out for our elderlies and our children.
Absolutely.
Always. All right, now it's time for some national news. The COVID-19 live update. U.S. hospitalization reached record high as the COVID-19 pandemic has swept the globe. More than 5.4 million people have died from the disease worldwide, including over 838,000 Americans, according to real-time data compiled by Johns Hopkins University Center for System Science and Engineering. About 62.6% of the population in the United States is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, according to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The Biden administration is moving forward on a rule to make at-home rapid tests reimbursable for insured Americans. Beginning January 15th, Americans will get up to 8 tests covered per month, as well as an unlimited number of tests covered if ordered or administered by a doctor or nurse. Insurance companies and health plans are required to cover 8 free over-the-counter at-home tests per covered individual per month. That means a family of 4 all on the same plan will be able to get up to 32 of these tests covered by the health plan per month. There is no limit on the number of tests, including at-home tests that are covered if ordered or administered by a healthcare provider following an individualized clinical assessment, including for those who may need them due to underlying medical conditions, Department of Health and Human Services said in a press release. So I'm telling you guys, please, please, please be careful. Omarion is not playing.
No.
Yeah, he is not playing. I know y'all like how he dance and y'all might think he cute and all that, but Omarion is not playing. He is running rampant through this country.
Something else.
What's wrong? It is Omarion.
No.
I mean, ain't it Omarion?
Y'all know how it get when it get hot.
Yeah.
Barry get it started.
I'm just saying, come on, y'all. Omarion is not playing. And did y'all hear? They got one out now called the Flurona.
Oh my goodness. Y'all.
I'm serious.
And for those of you who don't get the Omarion joke, Omarion is an R&B singer. And, you know, he dances very well and stuff. So Barry is just using a pun.
Well, I mean, they were saying, is it Omarion?
His name is Omarion.
But I'm saying, what is it called?
Omicron.
That's right, Omicron. Okay, Omarion, same difference. Okay. And I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they were saying that now they have a strain out called the Flurona. Because with the flu season here, and now it has made a comeback, even though the flu disappeared last year.
Yes, where did it go?
I know, and now you have the coronavirus, so they said now you have Flurona. So I don't know what in the world. Only thing I can tell you guys to do on a serious note is to pray, be careful, and use common sense.
Absolutely.
Well, love, we're going to talk a little bit tonight. We're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to, this is just part one, y'all. We're going to talk about Arnette. This is a Lifetime movie. Really, it could be a movie, y'all. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Everywhere he laid his head was his home.
They say if your daddy drive those big old cars, you better know you got a sibling somewhere.
Yeah, so they said if you drive them big cars, it's because you're walking with a big stick.
Ooh, I don't want to think about my father like that, but
okay, but I'm just saying what they say. So listen, we want to talk about something because over the course of this past 6-7 months or so, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months, Arnette has found that she has a sister.
Yes.
And she already had 2 sisters and a brother. And she found that she has a new sister that is not by sister so-and-so.
No.
So I just want to start this off by, first of all, because I know your sister's going to be watching this, so I know we want to be respectful and sensitive of how we convey this show. But we still want to give the viewers what they're looking for, because y'all know we keep it real over here. That's why it's called Real Talk Live. Not play talk, but real talk. So talking realistically, when you first found out, well, first of all, how did you find out that you had a sister?
Okay, I found out on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. She messaged me because my sister that's by my mother's baby girl, did not respond to her on Ancestry DNA. And that's only because my sister don't go up there daily. And so she ended up messaging me on Facebook Messenger. So when I saw the message, I'm like, what kind of game is this? That's how I was. And then, but I was calm.
Paraphrase it. What did the message say? Just. I know you can't do it verbatim, but pretty much, what did she say to you? Because I'm trying to figure out, how do you reach out to a person like that? So, what did she say?
She said, "Hello, I think I'm your sister. Could you please respond or contact me back?" So it took me maybe a couple hours, because I had to call Sister So-and-so and tell her, and of course immediately Sister So-and-so was like, "Love, be nice and respectable."
But did Sister So-and-so believe her?
Oh,
without even knowing her, seeing her, did she believe it was possible?
absolutely. See, we grew up with our mother telling us, do not be surprised if one day someone come to you and say that they're your sibling. She always told us that.
Oh, so mama, hold up now. So Sister So-and-so, see, I need Sister So-and-so, I need you to get healed. You go to church every Sunday, you're going to need to ask for your tithe and offerings back, because your hind part should have got healed yesterday.
She'll be here for part 2.
Okay, because we need her in on this, because some say she knew what kind of man she had.
She knew what kind of man she had, and knowing what kind of man she had, she never put my father down, but she always forewarned us about certain things, like she'll say, well, you'll see when you get older, but she never put him down. So let me make that clear. But she did say, don't be surprised if somebody tell you that they're your sister or your brother. So it was kind of like I was semi-prepared.
Gotcha. So she kind of knew. So a little bit, because I know your other siblings will probably be able to come on the show anytime soon. So how did they feel when you reached out to them? Because I know you had to call them, because you know how you do. You had to make them phone calls. You call your mama first, then who you call after mama.
Well, this was the thing. I was rushing to do, I think, a show. And I didn't have time to talk to them. I had some kind of engagement. And so I texted them and I said, look at her, it's not me, because we favor a lot. It's just that she's light and I'm dark. And I said, it's not me, this your new sister, I'll talk to you later. So with that being so brief and abrupt, it was like confusing to them. Well, basically, more or less the baby sister, it was a little confusing to her. But I am who I am, Like I said, I was going to talk to them later about it, The third sister now, she was cool with it because she believed in that DNA, and then the fact that, this lady looks just like her oldest sister, it was automatic love. It was.
And you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Nobody lost their position. I'm still the oldest. And the new sister slid right in behind me. And then my other sister, still the knee baby, and then the baby sister. My brother's in between them.
Okay, how did your brother feel?
He was cool. He was cool with it. We told him he had another sister, and he was okay.
Okay, well, don't y'all think y'all should at least try to show him to make sure they ain't had no past?
Well,
I'm just saying, anything can happen, because this is porcelain.
Well, she had been married for 20 years.
Okay,
so
gotcha. But you understand what I'm saying. I won't be messy, y'all. I'm just saying, when you're in the same city, and then, we see people, you date people, and the whole time you could be dating someone that you're related to if you don't know.
With saying that now, you're exactly right, because my son and her son played football together.
Oh, wow.
And, played football together their entire time in high school. They were both captains.
So they already knew each other.
Yeah, and I had pictures of them on the field together, standing beside each other and all that stuff. And when we looked at it, they looked just alike. It was just that her son was heavyset and mine was slim, but her son looked just like my dad.
Wow. So they were first cousins.
First cousins.
And didn't even know it.
No, but they were like this. They always got along. So when I told my son about it, he was like, that was always my dude anyway. So nothing changed. That was my brother. Right. So it was like he had that connection with him already. Right. And I had a connection with him because I even had a nickname for him that, he was one of the kids I never forgot. Wow. And then they graduated in 2012. I never forgot him.
Oh, wow. And that's many moons ago.
Yep.
See, this is why it's important for people to know who their siblings are. And, for those of you all out there that are upset because your baby daddy got other kids and you angry and not looking at the bigger picture, and you telling your children, you ain't got no other siblings, don't deal with them, don't do this, and won't let them meet and introduce each other. And then they could actually, especially if they're the opposite sex, they could actually, grow up and date each other, and look how much damage that would do.
Yes, I mean it was very risky, but I want to give her mother the benefit of the doubt. We all have our story, and I want her to respectfully be comfortable with hers, and that's the way I respect her. But my utmost respect is for my mom. My priority is for my mom, because even though it was 47 whole years, you guys. 47 whole years, we cannot be mad about something that happened in the 70s, unless they were still married, unless my mom was still married. Now, if they were still married, it would have been a different time. My mother would have told some stuff of it. I'm just saying.
Even now.
If she was still married to him,
ooh,
baby, it would have been like it happened yesterday.
So what about, even though 40-some years ago?
If she was still married to him, yeah. Since the so-and-so don't play, y'all.
We're going to have a show about polygamy.
She's a true,
we had that show. We need to talk about
She's a true P-Town woman, and it wouldn't have went by this smoothly. Not for him. But the daughter, it would have been good. My mom does not believe in punishing the innocent. So and then today, all my father's kids, because he has one daughter by his second wife, and he has this one that we just found out about. My mother considered them her children.
Oh, wow. So had mom met?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She went with me the first day to meet her, and, they clicked. She calls my mom, and everything. But see, I can't call her mother, mom, because I wasn't raised like that. I was raised, that I got one mother, and I respect the other ones. So it's just not in me to call another woman mom.
Have you met her mom?
I have. Okay. I have met her.
Sweet lady?
She seems to be.
Okay.
You'll have to understand that even though the sin is in the act and not the reward, which is the child, which is my sister, I still feel for my mother. Because even though she has to put on that, it's been that 47 years and I'm fine and I'm married and I'm somewhere inside, she has to be like, my husband cheated.
How old is your sister?
She's 47, so.
And how old are you?
I'm 49, so like a year or so after they was married, or a few months after they was married.
So how long was your mom and dad married?
They were married some years.
So longer than 5 years.
Yes.
Oh, so he did cheat.
Yeah, he cheated.
Oh, okay.
See, my mother was. Oh my goodness! Don't let so let you think that find out you thinking she had a baby for wedlock, honey. No, sir.
She's sanctified. She's
Mama,
been sanctified all these many years.
Sister so-and-so was married when she had her first child, honey.
Okay.
She made me tell everybody that. And so, yes, he cheated on her.
He cheated on her. Well, unfortunately things happen. And we're just grateful that you guys are able to move on, because in all fairness to her mom, maybe her mom didn't know that he was married. Or maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we can only hold him accountable.
Let me tell y'all, my mother has a story, her mother has a story. I don't want to try to tell their story.
Gotcha, and that's fair. But what I like for people to also understand still, let's always, because people say things like, let's say if you and I was married, and let's say I cheated. And let's say the girl I cheated with, she know that she was my wife. People will be like, well, she should have known better. But my whole thing is, it still should be on me, because I was the one married to you, not her. And I could have been telling her that you was hurting me, you was abusing me, because things happen.
Better stop trying to pull it out of me.
I'm not trying to pull
it out.
She
has a story, and my mama has a story.
Listen, I get
and
that.
what you saying is not really the story.
I hear that, but I'm just saying that people in these situations, I'm just hopeful that people won't be so angry with the other
At times,
person.
Yeah, you should always go to your spouse.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that person was the one that made the commitment.
They're the ones that knew
and
that
they took
they
the
were
vow.
married.
Yeah, and they took the vow.
So Am I upset?
Now I'm not excusing that person, especially if they know, you know, because but at the end of the day, you know, you see something like, for example, if a person see me and they married, they gonna still want me. Look at me. So my point is, how can you get mad with them because they just couldn't resist? Everybody don't have the power to resist.
Let me put it like
And
this.
I see your daddy now, and he chocolate. So imagine how you look 40 years ago.
He was. My father was fine, and I mean, he used to dress like, you know how John Travolta dressed on Saturday Night Live Saturday Night Fever. You know, the Eagle suits and stuff like that,
That's what
platform
I'm saying,
shoes. My
yeah.
father was fine. So yeah, women wanted him. A whole bunch of women wanted him. And the thing about that is, my mother and father was not a secret couple. Everybody around town knew who they were. They knew they were the couple. Okay. My mom was actually more popular than my father. So they knew who they were. They was Brighton, you know, Mama was Brighton. He was out Howard Park, and, you know, so they were both Norcom students, you know, so everybody knew who they were, and everybody knew they was married. And so let me just leave that at that. And it's all good. And am I upset with my father? I am not upset with my father.
Well, hold on, because you're going a little ahead of me now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you being interviewed. Hold your horses, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, I get it from sister sauce.
Yeah, because I see it boiling and what have you. So, and this is just part one, y'all. We're gonna try to bring the sisters on. This is gonna be like Maury and bring them all up here. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some little Vaseline grease and sit on the table, see if anybody needs it.
Pray up.
But no, anyway, so you call your sisters
I
briefly.
text them.
You text them. You called your mom.
Call my mama.
When did you call Papa?
It's so funny.
When did you call Papa?
I called him the same day. I
Okay.
said, I just got off the phone with your daughter. And
Oh, hold on. So you just accused him. You didn't give him an opportunity.
well, no need for opportunity. DNA is clear.
Oh. Dana don't lie.
That's
So it's
not-
that Dana.
But y'all listen. As I got off the phone with your daughter, and he thought I was talking about one of my sisters because we had been at odds. Oh, now she my daughter. She not your sister. I said, I'm talking about your daughter that just called me and let me know that she was your daughter. The 47-year-old, the one between me and Alice. And he was like, what? He was like, what? Not me. I ain't never stepped out on your mama. I ain't stepped out.
Ooh.
I said, Daddy, hold on now.
47 years later, he's still lying.
You know you gotta try to get
Lord have mercy.
He know about Dana.
Lord.
I said, Daddy, hold up. We got blood tests done. Which one of y'all took a blood test? He thought everybody think Love does everything. So he just knew it was me. Which one of y'all took a blood test? Don't y'all know what happened with them things? Which one y'all took? I said, your good daughter. Your good daughter took the blood test.
Alice.
Yeah, Alice. It wasn't me. And he was like, man, okay, you sure? I was, yeah. So, he went from there. And he when he realized that the DNA was pretty much the piece,
Right.
he accepted her. He accepted what he did. He apologized to my mother, and we it wasn't our place to forgive him. It was my mom's place to forgive him. Was I disappointed? How could I be? Mother had already prepared us for it.
Right.
What would disappoint me is if he was to try to talk to her now. That would disappoint me because I look at it as a double disrespect. Now, and don't get me wrong, I am not a saint. I've had my share of forbidden relationships. But that was back in the day, and I wrote about it trying to help someone else. So if you haven't got my book, make sure you get my book, but you're a minister. Because I admit to what I've done. And I can't point fingers at other people for doing what I've already done. Or what I've done. They've done it before me, but you can't point fingers at people. All you can do is pray for them and try to, lead them in the right direction. And I'm talking about now, today. That's what you do. Stop trying to be so secretive about your past. Okay,
Right.
Barry, we can continue with the topic.
Well,
It's always a lesson in what we do in Real Talk Live with Barry.
So did your dad have to call your mama? Because now remember, you guys, not only did you recognize that you found a sister,
Mm-hmm.
but then this probably opened wounds between he and your mom, being that he lied and carried his lie for 47 years.
He didn't know.
Oh, so he didn't know.
He didn't know about her. Now the lie was that he didn't step out.
So her mom never tried to reach out to him to tell him?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then, Pops, you good? Then how can you can't be mad with him?
Yeah, he didn't know. He and yes, he did reach out to Mama and he apologized.
Okay. All right. So, what are your plans for your new sister and this new whole family dynamics?
Well, this is the thing. She and I are almost identical. And y'all gonna be like, how? What do you mean? I met her in August, and we have so many similarities, and we like so much of the same things. It's almost like a clone of me. I know it sounds crazy, but we don't like to be bothered all the time. We don't like to talk all the time. Our ways are parallel, right? We both love Africa, and we watch. And this was before we met.
I think y'all need to be a little bit more honest. God ain't pleased.
What?
Y'all don't like Africa. Y'all like the men in Africa. Yeah, we need you to stop.
But no, because she's married, but we watch African movies, listen to African music.
Oh, so she has a husband right now?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Listen to African music, interested in their heritage. And the thing is, this was all before the DNA, you guys. Before I found out if I was really an African American, if I was one of the ones from the UK. Well, all of it originated in UK and broke off. But I'm just saying, before I found out that I was over 90% from Africa, well, African ancestry. Let me put it that way. I was loving that, and it puts it all in perspective now of why I am attracted to African men. Like Barry over here smelling like a good smelling African man with his little African gear on. But see, what it is when I see a man like that, I wait for him to talk. And he has to have that accent. And Barry don't have it. So, it don't work that way. You like me, you got African ancestry, But I want the actual African man where he can show me the culture, or he can try to teach me the culture, because I can't say I can snap into it because I'm too much like I am, but I do my best to do the respectful thing, because they're real thick on respect, and because I didn't have that issue with one. But she and I basically, we alike.
Okay, so how did it affect your children?
They love it.
And her children?
They love it. They call me auntie. My kids call her auntie. Same with the other ones. We tell her, basically, you tell your children what they should be
And I'm
doing.
going to tell y'all, and there's no need of me asking her. I'm going to ask her this last question. I know we got to go, but I'm going to ask her was she happy. Let me tell y'all, oh my God, happy was an understatement. Every time I would talk to her, I'm going to call you back. I want to call my sister. I'm like, okay.
And she cooks too.
I'm going to my sister's house. Yeah, then y'all go around there for what, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. We went for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they went around there for Thanksgiving, just met up and went on around there for Thanksgiving. I'm like, Lord, how you know she can cook?
And she have a wonderful husband. And that's what's important. Her husband is so inviting to her new siblings. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have been like, oh, can I buy that, blah, blah, blah. But no, he loves it. He loves our relationship. So, I'm looking forward to her coming on the show, giving her side.
Yes. I look forward to that. I look forward to her coming on the show. It's going to be part 3. But we're going to have to get Papa down here. We're going to have to get Daddy down here. And let's look at the dynamics all together.
I don't know.
And see how that's going to play out. He came on the show before. He was in the audience.
He was in the audience.
But we shall see. But we definitely know that we're going to definitely have to get part 2 with her sister. What is your sister's first name?
Her name is Octavia. We call her Lisa.
Lisa. Okay, Octavia.
And with Lisa came not only nieces and nephews and a brother-in-law, but she came with another sister because she never had any sisters, so you know how you adopt your own sister. So she had a sister that she had grew up with. Her name is Pepita. You know Pepita.
I know Pepita.
So now Pepita is in our family, as well as our sister. So
Okay.
I think it's
Well,
great.
I haven't met the sister yet, so I'm looking forward to meeting her and looking at. They look just alike. I can't wait for you guys to see them, and you guys be the judge. Do they look alike? I'm telling you, salt and pepper. You know, she ain't too much lighter, but she's not too much darker. So they look just alike. Just looking at them, like, oh wow.
How did we pass each other
Yes.
and not know we were sisters? And actually, when I ran for election, she came up to me, got my paperwork and stuff, and her and her husband went and voted for me, not knowing she was my sister.
Wow.
And another thing, Bear, before we close out, when I was little, she and I were in the same troop, the Girl Scout troop. And Mother saw her one day and said, that little girl looked just like you. And then we left out and we didn't see her anymore. But this is how close we were, y'all. And we had no idea that we were siblings. And like I was saying, and I want to make it perfectly clear, I love my mother and I love my father. Not upset with him one bit, you know, for this. I appreciate it now because we have a blessing in our lives, and I thank God for the blessing.
Well, I'm excited for you guys, and I just hope for the best because, you know, you guys could have easily held on to the betrayal and just said, you know what, you ain't my sister, da 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 da, and just been ugly. And at the end of the day, that just shows the love of God is in your heart, that you are born again because, like you say, your mother's your first priority, and for that to have happened to her, you know, she probably was hurt and disappointed. But you know, Mama got somebody now, so she should be fine.
But you know how we always say this, that, and other, and then when it actually come true, you like, I ain't expecting it to come true, you know.
You didn't expect it to come true, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And my last question for you guys: what made Arlise do the ancestry?
It was a gift from her husband. It was a Christmas gift from her husband a couple years ago. And she did it, and she was the first one to do it. And then Lisa did it. And Lisa was like, I'm so glad Arlise did it because I would have never found you guys.
What made Lisa do it?
Because Lisa grew up with a whole different man thinking that was her father. And some stuff happened. And,
so it linked it out there. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, we want to go take the ancestry test so I can see if I got any siblings. But I'm going to need them to be rich. Because if you ain't rich, I ain't even going to be like, okay.
You're rich with the relationship there, right?
That's what it is.
Okay. Just imagine you meeting somebody and their characteristics are just like yours.
Right.
Like,
You're right.
oh my God.
So we shall see, but it will give you, how much does that cost? Because people out there may want to know.
They have sales. I think my sister's husband got hers for like $65. So you can catch ancestral DNA when they have sales sometimes.
So do you stick yourself, you lick something? Oh, you swab and send it off? Okay.
I'm going to do one too because I know that my African heritage percentage is probably more than my sister.
All I know is y'all better be careful because it's gonna be a fight after a while. You look up, you got another inbox.
It ain't like you got no inheritance, so
I
we'll be
know,
okay.
Exactly. I am telling you, this has been definitely something, and I just wish you guys the best. Octavia, I look forward to meeting you, and we're gonna see in part 2.
Yes.
Well, you guys know what that means. Y'all know what that means. It is now time for Joke of the Day. Well, love, what did the ocean say to the sand on the beach?
I have no idea.
Actually, it didn't say anything. It just waved. You get it? Just wave. That's what the water does. It waves.
Look, y'all, thank y'all so much for letting me be myself and talk about what's going on in my life. And thank Barry for jumping right in and interviewing me. And I can't wait for us to finish this segment so y'all will know all about me. Transparency is the key. And if this, what I'm going through and what we're all going through in my family can help somebody else's family, so may it be. God
That's
bless
right.
you.
And listen, y'all keep tuning in. I mean, what you gonna get every Monday? Who cuter than me, for real? So you may as well tune in so you can get this cuteness and what have you. And let me make your day and put you to bed. Let me be your nap cat.
Just play, y'all.
We out,
We
y'all.
talk to y'all next time.